We're now ready to begin our post-game press conference. We're joined by Kadar Waller, Dalen Smith, and Mike Price Jr., and we'll open up the floor for questions.
Well, Dalen, let's start with if I could ask you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, you guys were up by 24, got to within 6. What's your takeaway from this game?
Obviously it was a good game, for us. Got the win, but I think this just proves that, we have a lot more to work on, and it's exciting when you think about like all the mistakes that we make and how we can continue to grow on that and develop as the season goes on. But it's always good to get a win, so we'll celebrate and then we'll go back and look at the film and get on the practice court and continue to grow as a team. So yeah.
Kadar, for you, facing your former team, what was that like?
It was kind of, but at the same time, it's another game on the schedule, and I just wanted to win because, I want to win every game, but just taking pride in trying to be consistent as possible. So I feel like this game was a game for me to get back on track where I need to be.
What was the handshake line like? I know Coach Ivory gave you a hug and maybe a few others. What was that like for you?
It was good, because I spent time out there, so obviously I built a relationship over the years. So just seeing Coach Ivory, it was cool. And then his two sons, Trey and his other son, it felt good seeing them.
Yeah. And yet at the same time, you had 4 steals in that game. How good did it feel to contribute against your former team?
It felt good. This week we emphasized playing defense and using the alley hand when guarding full court, so I just put it in effect. And then also made sure I was on the midline to get steals where I need to be.
Mike, you're a big part of the offense. When they were starting to make a comeback, you hit a key 3. Can you just talk about your night and also just the flow of the game?
Honestly, I think it just starts with confidence at the end of the day. I'm a freshman coming in, trying to figure out my way in. My coaches and teammates to the right of me and the rest of my teammates just help me stay confident because I'm a big part of the program. And, I'm just want to keep winning. I'm doing whatever I can to do to win.
Yeah. By the way, how's your wrist?
It's all right, man. I had read the play wrong, but it happens. I was just on to the next play. I'm good, though.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, sir.
Dylan, you guys start a 4-game road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts, Florida State, Fresno State, then, of course, conference play. Your thoughts?
It's going to be tough. Anytime you go away, it's tough to get a win. So, we just got to stay disciplined, stay locked in, know what we're doing, go out there, compete, and, hopefully come home with some wins.
From where you are now to where you need to be conference play, CSUB's only 2 games away. 3, actually. They're the third one. But what do you need to see and do as a team to get ready when conference play rolls around?
Obviously we have all the pieces. I know everybody can see that. Everybody in the country that plays us, they know how talented we are. So just putting that talent together, offensively and defensively, using all our tools, using all our weapons, and just like Mike said, playing with confidence. We know how good we can be, and we're kind of the underdogs. No matter who we play. So we kind of have that me, us versus everyone mentality, and we just live on that and continue to grow.
Anybody?
Got a couple over here. Mike, career high today. At what point in the game did you know that you had it going?
Honestly, I've been waiting all season for one to drop, and I just always told myself once one's dropped, then I'm good. I'm good to go. So, it was just constantly being confident. Each game let each game go by, but I never want to get too high or too low. I'm on to the next game.
3 shots from 3 in that specific spot. Was that your sweet spot tonight?
And honestly, if I'm being honest, I like that side of the court. So that's my favorite side. So I'm pretty confident on that side. So, yes, sir.
Dalen, I interviewed a lot of your teammates at Media Day this year, and they all cited you as a leader on this team. In kind of a dogfight game like that, what role do you have in the huddle, and how does it impact a game like that?
Really just making sure we stay focused and stay locked in on our goals. The game is full of runs, so it's like making sure the team don't get too high, get too low. And, we had the lead. Once we got the lead, just using my voice and my impact to make sure that we stay focused and yeah.
Sure.
This goes to any of you guys. How were you guys able to take advantage of Mississippi Valley State in foul trouble early in the game?
Really, we had a game plan. They have really two good scorers, and we kind of wanted to isolate them and see if we could get one of them in foul trouble. And we did. We accomplished that, and then kind of just, we know how the game was called, so we just kept attacking, and trying to get downhill and trying to get to that free throw line, and that was a big part of a lot of our points. So yeah, we just wanted to use that in our favor.
Kadar, I had one for you real quick. Where do you develop such a niche skill, getting all these steals today?
You know, I take pride in defense, and Coach Scott, you know, he's hard on me about defense and everything. So since I've been here, just really trying to be a pest on the ball, and then, you know, when people careless with the ball, you get steals, and just being in the right position. So I just try my hardest and play hard, and, you know, be in the right spots where I'm supposed to be.
Is that something you've always been good at since high school?
Yeah, yeah, I feel like I have.
Outscored Mississippi Valley State 31-11 bench points. How important is the bench of this team?
I feel like it just goes to speak like the talent we have. Like it was Mike had a good night tonight, but like anybody 1 through 13, could really have a great night. So it's like, we trust each other. We play with a lot of confidence, and any night it could be someone's night. So I think that's one of the most exciting parts of this team.
Anybody else? Good. All right, thanks guys, appreciate it. We're now ready to resume our post-game press conference. We're joined by head coach Mike Scott. Coach, can you start us off with your thoughts on the game?
I'm happy we won. I'm happy we won the game, man. Got to continue to get better, but I'm excited. Always excited about a win. Wins is hard to come by in this business. So.
At the same time, you saw a 24-point lead get down to 6. The transition defense looked to be a little lacking in the second half a little bit. What you take the win, you're happy with the win, but at the same time, there's work to be done. What did you see that maybe you didn't like?
We let our foot off the gas defensively. I thought we did a good job in the beginning of the game, kind of executing what we wanted to do defensively, even though we gave up some stuff. But we let our foot off the gas, and I told them guys we're gonna run for a lot of the transition stuff, man. It's unacceptable.
You got a lot of contributions though from a lot of guys, Mike Price Jr. being one of them. Your thoughts in terms of what you're seeing developing with your rotation?
It's good to see them guys' hard work starting to pay off. Guys are, I don't think we're still shooting the ball the way I think we're capable of, but they're shooting it and they're letting it go, and I got to continue to let them guys shoot and play with confidence. And the more they kind of get comfortable doing it, the better off they'll be. I was talking to them the other day about we got a lot of guys that haven't actually played in a long time, that just hasn't got any game time. So just kind of knocking some rust off, and I think as we move forward, you'll see a lot of that stuff kind of come into play, even with some of our bench guys.
I don't know if you guys talked about it much, but there's no ignoring the fact that Kadar was going against his former team. What was it like to see his performance?
It's good to see Kadar play well. He's been here for a while. I know he's been through a lot with his career. So it's good to see him just get on the floor and play well, whether it's against his old team. I know him personally wanted to make sure that it was good, but just in terms of overall, man, it's good to see him play well.
2-game swing before you hit 2 more on the road in conference play. What do you hope to see Florida State, Fresno State to build into your 2-game trip at CSUB in Santa Barbara?
Well, definitely better transition defense. But most importantly, man, just continue for us to get better. We're watching our league, and you got teams beating some impressive teams, and some guys in our league are playing well, and ultimately, that's what we're trying to get prepared for. So I'm just looking forward to guys going on the road and continue to grow and get better. Are taking this game and learning from our mistakes and applying them to our next game.
Janesse didn't play. Was there a reason behind that?
Yeah, he had tweaked his knee a little bit, and he could play. He was available to play. I just made the decision not to play him. I just, if we could have went and won the game without him, I just made a decision to go without him. So that was more on me. It wasn't nothing that he did or anything like that. I didn't feel comfortable with it, and I told him, I said, hey, man, if I don't have to have you go, I'd rather just let you rest it and try to heal it and see the trainers and kind of get it right. So I don't know exactly what it is, but just wanted to kind of let him heal it if we could. Yep.
Coach, one over here, what aspect of today's effort were you most proud of from the group?
More so the togetherness. I thought them guys, we've been harping on communication and talking to each other, trying to cheer for each other and be loud for each other, and I thought them guys did it at a high level today. I got to go back and watch the film and make sure that it was all geared towards us and not the referees. But, you know, excited about the growth of this team. I'm watching them day by day, practice by practice, game by game, continue to grow and get better. And ultimately, that's the goal, is to be playing our best basketball by the time March hits.
Starting the game, you guys were down 9-2. How were you able to flip a switch in the beginning of the game?
You know, it's I'm still trying to figure that part out, man. We've had a couple of games where we just kind of got off to some bad starts, and I you know, when we go back and watch the film, it's not so much just our defense. We're getting some easy looks early that we just haven't knocked down, and I felt that way tonight. Like, I never felt like we were pressing or we were like kind of concerned about it. I just thought, like, you know, guys got to settle in and finish some opportunities that we had got early. So we have to rely on our defense. And if we can continue to do that, to me, it doesn't matter how many points we're down, we'll always be able to get enough stops to get back into the game.
How are you guys able to capitalize off of Mississippi Valley State's foul trouble?
That was a goal of ours always. You know, if we can kind of take out another team's best player at any given point in the game, it always helps, because then it limits them scoring the ball. So that's always a point of emphasis going into some games.
Dalen Smith, 23 points tonight, 30 points on Monday against Portland State. How special of a player is he?
He's good. He's good, and like I said, the same thing I would say about Kadar, I'll echo about Dalen. I'm excited to see him play well. He's been a kid that's been out for a year, and he hasn't played. So this is him kind of knocking some rust off. You know, we would have hoped that he would have hit 30 in the first game, 30 in the second game. But excited to see him, you know, go out there and execute and make some shots and feel confident about his game again.
Jessamy Force on the floor tonight, almost a double-double.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about his performance?
I think Ron has a chance to be really good. Like, Ron has a chance to be really good. We've continued to stay on him about his consistency. Just continue to be good every day. That's in practice. That's in games. Continue to make the easy ones and chip away. Traditionally in his career, he's been one of the most efficient players in the country. And with us, he's been really, really efficient. Now it's about him just finding more ways to score within what we do and figure out how bad we want him to score in some of these areas so we can continue to grow in our points.
You guys good? All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Coach.